I request Mr. Amit Gupta to take that seminar ahead. Our great friend Mr. Madhav Singh, he is Secretary General of IUSF. He is our managing trustee, taking lead in all the activities of MFAI. Thank you. And I would like to invite Amit Gupta and take the webinar forward. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Sunil, and good evening, everyone. On behalf of Autotech India, I would like to welcome you all to this webinar, which we are conducting today, sustainable cleaners for the paint and electro painting. So, first of all, I would like to, introduce Autotech India, Autotech Worldwide to you, which is, as you all know, a leading specialty chemicals company delivering chemistry, equipment, services, and software support to diverse markets. We continuously invest in R&D that enables us to deliver the most innovative and the sustainable products. Our relentless R&D efforts, combined with our global tech center presence, allows us to offer pioneering products and unparalleled on-site customer support, making us a valuable partner for the many industries we serve. So in continuation of this, Autotech has introduced sustainable long life cleaners, which is currently being used all across the globe. And we thank MFAI to provide us this opportunity and use this platform to introduce to you these products. So today we have our global product specialist or product manager for these particular products, Mr. Brendan Lloyd, who is joining us from US, and we are very much thankful to him that he has taken time out of his busy schedule to give this presentation and talk today. Mr. Brandon, he has a more than 10 years experience in Autotech in development of products related to the paint support technology and especially these sustainable cleaners. In his current role, Brandon as a overseas product manager for the paint treatment, he is responsible for developing these cleaners as well as providing customer support. We are also lucky to have with us today our technical director, Mr. Aditya Joshi, who is technical director for Autotech India, and he will be summarizing the presentation and also answer the questions at the end of the session along with the Brandon. So without taking much time, I would now request Brandon to make his presentation. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, good evening. Hope you are all doing well and staying healthy. On behalf of Autotech India and myself, I would like to thank MFAI for allowing us this platform to share about our technologies. Of course, the last 12 months have presented many new challenges to us all in communication of information, so having this outlet to reach out to all of you today is greatly appreciated. We are very excited to share with you today about our family of long life, low temperature cleaners and degreasers, Uniprep. Uniprep cleaners and degreasers have been utilized by paint applicators for over 20 years, and within the past 8 years has shown considerable growth in plating applications. This webinar will highlight the many associated process benefits of long life, low temperature cleaning and degreasing. So thank you again for joining us. I hope you enjoy the presentation. Sustainable cleaning and degreasing is truly the first step to a higher part quality. So for the agenda today, we'll cover several different topics. First will be conventional degreasing methods. Secondly, improvements to conventional degreasing methods. Third, we'll cover some of the economics of sustainable cleaning processes. Fourth, Uniprep Isotect. Then lastly, we'll go over some case studies, both in pre-paint and plating applications before a final summary. So the importance of cleaning. Cleaning is the essential first step for all pre-paint and plating processes. Improper or incomplete substrate cleaning can result in the following: visual defects, cratering, blisters, hazing, and non-uniform appearance. Can also result in poor adhesion, whether you're discussing crosshatch, impact, boiling water tests, mar scratch test, or any other list of tests. can also result in poor corrosion resistance. For considering salt spray, like neutral salt spray or copper accelerated salt spray, cyclic corrosion, and even filiform tests. These rejects can lead to costly rework and production inefficiencies. So now we'll discuss some of the conventional degreasing methods that are available in the market today. So some of the process concerns and disadvantages of conventional degreasing methods. Conventional alkaline cleaners are capable of removing many organic soils, but have several associated process disadvantages, including the following. They often operate at high operating temperatures, somewhere between 55 to 80 degrees Celsius. They have high associated energy costs. They can have a high associated carbon footprint. Some have a very short solution life, and oftentimes they use restricted or regulated substances like phosphorus, boron, and nonylphenol or octophenol ethoxylates, otherwise known as NPEs or OPEs. So as organic soils are removed from the substrate surface, they become emulsified in the solution, leading to the gradual decrease in cleaning performance until the solution must be replaced. So for conventional cleaners, performance, again, decreases as a function of the emulsified oil content in the solution. So if you look at the diagram at the bottom of this page, you'll see as we move along the x-axis, which is depicting the time duration or oil content loading in the cleaning or degreasing solution, and you compare that to the cleaning performance, which is along the y-axis, you can see that at the very beginning of the cleaner makeup, the cleaning performance is quite good, but as the amount of time and or oil content increases, you see that the cleaning performance starts to gradually decrease to a point where the cleaner must then be remade, which is depicted by the X at the top of each of the sawtooth. So next we'll discuss some of the improvements to conventional degreasing methods. Autotech's approach to sustainable cleaning is twofold. It's through the benefits of long life and low temperatures. First, with long life, this is offering stable cleaning performance throughout the entirety of the cleaner life. It also results in less frequent cleaner makeups. The associated advantages of this are chemical savings, reduced waste, labor savings, and of course, increased productivity. If we look at the opposite side, where we're looking at the low temperature benefits, this is offering energy savings, reduced emissions, and lastly, a safer work environment for the employees as well. So Uniprep long life, low temperature cleaners. Uniprep is Autotech's answer for applicators seeking a more sustainable solution to conventional degreasers. Uniprep cleaners offer a long life, low temperature process that supports the natural degradation of the organic soils removed from the substrate surfaces during the degreasing process. By achieving this, Uniprep provides the following benefits in comparison to conventional alkaline cleaners. It results in less frequent cleaner makeups and dumps. It simplifies the wastewater treatment with less waste and less restrictions on effluent. It operates at lower temperatures. And finally, offers a sustainable cleaning and degreasing solution for applicators. So how is long life, low temperature cleaning achieved? Uniprep cleaners are specifically formulated to function at low operating temperatures. The part is degreased utilizing a cleaner with a highly emulsifying surfactant system. The emulsified oils are degraded in situ, meaning inside the cleaner system itself. The surfactant molecules that are emulsifying these oils are then made available to emulsify additional oil, resulting in this long life cleaning system. So this degradation occurs continuously over time, and is one of the unique advantages of Uniprep long life low temperature cleaners. Uniprep cleaners, initially developed for pre-paint applications, have been successfully implemented by plating applicators globally, offering some of the same process advantages as those achieved in pre-paint applications. So Autotech's Uniprep cleaner portfolio offers applicators superior process versatility. Specialized cleaners have been developed for both spray and/or immersion applications. Immersion cleaners are suitable for pre-paint as well as barrel and rack plating applications. And then our portfolio of spray cleaners offer a high-performing and low-foaming solution for pre-paint and plating applications. Some of the typical plating applications where we would implement our sustainable spray cleaners include continuous screw, rotating drum, belt washer lines, amongst many other. Some of the process benefits associated with Uniprep long life low temperature cleaners include low operating temperatures, which can result in substantial energy savings. And the long life benefits include increased productivity, meaning that because you do not have to shut down the line for frequent cleaner makeups and dumps, it's improving the overall productivity of the operation. There's additional wastewater treatment savings. Chemical consumption and cost savings are typically associated with the long life low temperature cleaning. 2 times cleaner life is achievable in about 98% of applications, but many customers realize a 3 to 4 times increase in cleaner life as compared to conventional cleaning. It also maintains stable performance throughout the cleaner life, providing consistent results while minimizing the possibility for part rejects. One of the other key advantages of this is a reduction in COD, otherwise known as the chemical oxygen demand, levels that are associated with the cleaning solution. So the COD is measuring the content of organic compounds in the solution, such as the soils that are removed during the cleaning process. So if you see the graph at the bottom of this page, along the x-axis you will see the time interval in number of weeks, and along the y-axis the COD levels in parts per million. So as you can see, the total reduction that can be achieved with implementation of long life low temperature cleaning can be as much as 46% reduction in COD. Of course, this will vary from one application to the next, but you can see with this that we can achieve some very nice reductions in COD levels. So with a controlled lab experiment that we have previously conducted, we were able to exhibit how the oil levels can visually be seen and reduced by as much as 7 times with the implementation of Uniprep long life low temperature cleaning. So the image you will see here is just our spray chamber that is used in our controlled laboratory evaluation for both the conventional cleaning and long life low temperature cleaning with Uniprep. So in this experiment, you can see in the images on the left, in comparison to the image on the right for the 2 graduated cylinders, the image on the left is showing the amount of oil in the conventional cleaner in comparison to the amount of oil that is visually seen with the Uniprep cleaner. And this is exhibiting the 7 times reduction in total oil content in the cleaning solution after the 9-week study. Another visual depiction of this is the amount of floating oil on the cleaner surface when no agitation is being utilized. So here you can see the conventional cleaner has a complete layer of oil covering the cleaning solution. And then we can see with the Uniprep cleaner that the amount of oil sitting on the cleaner surface is significantly reduced with the long life cleaning. Cleaning quantification is another key factor in considering long life low temperature cleaning. So this key component is allowing us to quantify that adequate substrate cleanliness is being achieved prior to and after implementation of production. So there's several simplistic methods like white glove or white tissue and water break tests that of course can give some indication of substrate cleanliness. You can see some examples of this along the right side of the page. Some of the advantages of tests like this include the fact that they are non-destructive and they can be conducted on production parts. They're very easy to conduct. It's normally just a visual inspection of the parts. And of course, they're relatively inexpensive to do. The disadvantages, however, are that the results cannot be quantified. This is only giving a visual inspection. So comparing one part to the next can be difficult. It's dependent on the inspection quality and the inspection personnel skill. And for certain pre-paint and plating applications, a more sophisticated evaluation is really required to ensure that the subsequent coating is not compromised, meaning that we're getting good part quality not only from the cleaning, but the coating that's coming afterwards, whether it's a conversion coating for pre-paint applications or the plating. So if we consider some more sophisticated methods, these exist and aid in the cleanliness quantification in a much better way than the previously mentioned conventional methods. So one method that we have utilized for many years is auto deposition copper immersion. So with this test, it's very easy to conduct and provides a very good comparative result. It can be difficult to quantify the results sometimes, as only suitable for steel components. So the images on the right side at the top, you can see showing two parts with different levels of cleanliness. The image on the left is showing a part with poor cleaning, and the image on the right is showing a part with good cleaning. The main differences that we look for in the auto deposition copper immersion evaluation is the entirety of the copper deposition. Is it covering the whole part, or are there parts that are not receiving any copper plating on it? And the brightness and uniformity of the coating as well. Another method that we frequently utilize is surface tension fluids. So these are suitable for multiple substrates and can provide a quantifiable result. This does require a little bit of skill to conduct the test because of the visual inspection that is required to see how the results are performing. So the second image you'll see on the right is showing a part that has been cleaned and has been evaluated with 3 different surface tension fluids. The first one on the left showing a 40 dyne per centimeter with a positive result. The second one in the middle showing 50 dyne per centimeter that is also showing a positive result. And then lastly, a 60 dyne per centimeter with an NG. So this means that the part is achieving greater than 50 dyne per centimeter for cleanliness, but not quite 60. So what then needs to be taken into consideration is what level of cleanliness is necessary in order to achieve the optimal part quality that I'm looking for. The last method is specialized surface analysis equipment. So this is suitable for multiple substrates and can provide a quantifiable result for the applicator, and is also a non-destructive test, meaning that it can be utilized on production parts, which of course is a very nice benefit. However, this specialized equipment can be very expensive and requires operator training in order to operate the system properly. So the use of continuous cleaning checks to evaluate substrate cleanliness can be utilized to determine when a cleaner process stage should be changed. So this graph you will see here is showing the dyne performance, so the surface tension performance in relation to the reject rates at a customer. So on the primary y-axis along the left, you will see the surface tension range from 45 to 65. And on the secondary y-axis, the reject rate. So as we move along the x-axis over the number of weeks, we can see that the surface cleanliness, as measured by surface tension, is gradually decreasing to lower and lower levels. In correlation, we can see that as time moves on and the solution ages and the amount of emulsified oil is increasing, that the reject rate is also slightly increasing as well. So what we see is a threshold after week 12 where the reject rate has started to significantly increase while the dyne level, surface tension level, has started to decrease as well. So what the customer has done then is implemented a dump cycle based on the surface tension results, knowing that over time they will achieve a much greater reject rate. So when this customer is reaching 55 dyne per centimeter for their surface cleanliness, this is when they decide to dump and remake their cleaner in order to minimize the amount of rejects that they can observe. So now we'll discuss some of the economics of sustainable cleaning processes. So in this comparison, we're going to discuss the difference between conventional degreaser versus Uniprep long life, low temperature cleaning. So in this example, the customer is utilizing a 20,000 liter degreasing tank, utilizing a natural gas boiler for heating the process stage at 750,000 square meters per month production. So with the conventional degreaser, we assume that the cost is X US dollars per kg, operating at 5%, 55 degrees Celsius, and a 20-day bath life. This customer was able to implement a Uniprep cleaner with a price of 1.5x, but offering the benefits of reduced concentration, temperature, and increased bath life, operating at 3% in comparison to 5%, 35 degrees Celsius instead of 55 degrees Celsius, and we can see a 6x bath life in comparison to the conventional degreaser, going from 20 days all the way up to 120 days with the Uniprep system. So if we look at some of the economics of this transition for the customer, first, if we start with the chemical cost, the conventional degreaser is having an annual cost of about 200,000 US dollars per year. With the Uniprep cleaning system, the annual cost is about 189,000 US dollars per year, offering a total savings of about 5% just in the chemical cost alone. If we look at the energy costs, the conventional degreaser is costing about 220,000 US dollars per month for heating the system, while the Uniprep cleaning system is only costing about 100,000 US dollars. And again, this is in a spray application for pre-paint application. The total savings that we can see here in the energy cost with the Uniprep system is 56%, quite a big difference. Then lastly, if we move to the running cost, for the conventional degreaser, we can see that the cost is almost 5 US cents per square meter, while with the Uniprep cleaning process, we're able to achieve 0.034 US dollars per square meter. The total savings, the total running cost savings that we're able to achieve with implementation of the Uniprep long life, low temperature degreasing is 32%. But that doesn't cover all of the process benefits that we're able to achieve with implementation. So the amount of spent chemical that was sent to wastewater treatment with the conventional degreaser is 260,000 liters per year, while with the longer life process of Uniprep, because the dump cycle is significantly increased, we're able to minimize this by taking the total chemical sent to wastewater treatment down to 80,000 liters per year. So the total savings is 180,000 liters per year. And then lastly, if we look at the CO2 emissions, with the conventional degreaser, this is almost 940 metric tons. For the Uniprep cleaning system, this is only 420 metric tons. So the total savings achieved through CO2 emissions can be 55% as well. Now we'll discuss Uniprep Isotech, which is a specialized oil elimination equipment recently introduced by Autotech. So starting first with some conventional equipment. So equipment such as disc skimmers, microfiltration, these have been utilized to extend bath life of conventional cleaners, but have several associated disadvantages. They can be maintenance intensive. At times they can be expensive, additional equipment capital requirement, and they do generate an additional waste stream that then must be treated by the applicator. So applications with high oil loading present issues for applicators in solution life, as well as production quality and consistency. So these include a burden on the wastewater treatment operations, higher maintenance requirements, and of course, a higher reject rate as well. So Autotech first introduced long life, low temperature cleaning processes nearly 2 decades ago. As part of our goal for continuous process improvement, Autotech has introduced the Uniprep Isotech, which is a specialized oil elimination equipment that can be paired with our Uniprep long life, low temperature cleaning processes. Uniprep Isotech further supports the natural degradation of the emulsified oils in the Uniprep cleaning solution that are introduced through the degreasing process. Implementation of Uniprep Isotech eliminates the waste stream of spent oil typically seen with conventional cleaners and oil removal equipment. So the result is a cleaning process with the following features and benefits. It supports the extended solution life when paired with the Uniprep long life cleaners, which is ideal in high oil loading applications, especially those seen in high volume pre-paint lines and plating lines, similar to fastener applications with high surface areas. It promotes improved cleaning consistency and finished part quality through the reduction of oil in the cleaner solution. It simplifies maintenance and wastewater treatment requirements as well, improving the overall facility efficiency. It also supports, again, the reduced COD levels in the cleaner and the wastewater stream. One of the unique advantages of such system is that it does not have any consumable materials used to support the in-situ oil degradation. All of these materials are reusable filling material. And lastly, in immersion paint and plating applications, less oil drag out down the line is typically observed, resulting in less contamination of the rinses and the chemical stages, which is offering additional benefits by increasing the life of those additional stages as well. Overall, process cost reduction can be achieved through the lower chemical consumption and waste generation. So again, if we look back to the diagram of conventional cleaner, we see that over time, the cleaning performance will decrease to a point until a new cleaner needs to be made up in order to get back to a higher level of cleaning. If we look at the Uniprep long life, low temperature cleaners, the performance remains consistent throughout the cleaner life due to the degradation of these emulsified oils. So you can see that the cleaning performance at a new makeup is operating at 100%, and that as we go over time, the cleaning performance is consistent, offering the same benefits that we've already discussed earlier. So here's an example of a customer that has implemented the Uniprep Isotech in a long life cleaning process, partway through the bath solution. So as we can see, in the first 12 weeks of production, customer was utilizing the Uniprep Long Life Cleaner, but was seeing a gradual increase in the amount of relative oil loading in the cleaning solution. And as we've discussed already today, this can result in additional issues in the cleaning of the parts, as well as the quality of the parts further down the line, whether it's pre-paint or plating. So in week 12, this customer implemented the Uniprep Autotech system. And what we can see from week 12 on through week 40 is a significant reduction in the amount of relative oil loading in the cleaner solution. So going from week 12 to week 20, we can see that the oil trend has significantly decreased over this 8-week period. And then from week 20 to week 40, we can see that the performance and amount of oil is quite stable, if not still reducing a little bit more. This is offering the benefits that we've discussed of long life and low temperature. So now we'll discuss some case studies of sustainable cleaning. So the first case study, some background about this customer. They're a major European appliance OEM manufacturing cooking ovens. They produce 900,000 units per year exclusively for the European market. They operated a dual conveyor line for enamel and powder paint applications. This customer switched from a conventional pretreatment consisting of an alkaline cleaner and iron phosphate to a more environmentally responsible process that included long life, low temperature Uniprep processes. The immediate benefits that they were able to realize included lower operating temperatures, reduced sludge formation in the degreasing solution and in the tank itself, less maintenance required to clean the clogged nozzles and risers, which can offer a significant benefit to applicators, especially if the amount of scale and sludge is creating quality issues for the applicator. So first, if we look at the competitor's process, we can see that the operating concentration of the degreasing solution is around 3%. The operating temperature of the degreasers is around 60 degrees Celsius, and the line speed was around 1.75 to 2 meters per minute. And then lastly, the dump frequency for each the cleaner 1 and cleaner 2 stages was weekly and bi-weekly. If we move to the Uniprep implementation of Uniprep long life low temperature process, some of the key advantages we can see here are reduction in the concentration of the degreasing solution, a reduction in the operating temperature going from 60 degrees down to 48 degrees Celsius. With the line speed, we were able to double the line speed, going from 1.75 to 2 meters per minute all the way up to 3.5 to 4 meters per minute. And then lastly, the dump frequency was significantly extended. Degrease 1 going from weekly dumps to a semi-annual dump, and Degrease 2 going from bi-weekly dumps to greater than 2-year bath life. So some of the advantages that this achieved are a 20 and 100% decrease in operating temperature for the cleaner and the adhesion promoter respectively. This also resulted in a 96% decrease in the amount of annual cleaner makeups as well. So again, here's a summary of some of the advantages that we've been able to achieve. We've already discussed the cleaner dump cycle improvements, but what you can also see here is that the chemical costs have been reduced as well, as much as 37% reduction. So in summary, the total annual savings for this customer were greater than $150,000 per year. And they continued to provide excellent part quality, even at the increased line speed and lower chemical concentration. Case study 2. So again, an existing Autotech customer that implemented Uniprep long life low temperature cleaners into each of their 4 lines. The customer sought the following benefits through implementation of Uniprep long life, low temperature cleaners: reduction in overall chemical consumption, process improvements, and sustainability initiatives as well. Long life, low temperature cleaning significantly increased the bath life at this customer's site. So here we can see, going from the previous cleaner life to the current cleaner life, a significant extension. So if we look at each of the 4 lines, the previous cleaner was typically achieving around 8 to 9 weeks. With implementation of Uniprep long life cleaning, we were able to extend this anywhere up to 2 times to 3 times greater bath life. So the cleaner makeups that were eliminated annually by increasing the bath life in total for the 4 lines was 14 total makeups, which is quite significant for this applicator that is utilizing larger tank volumes. Some of the key advantages here are 128% average cleaner life extension for all lines combined. And one of the other unique advantages of long life, low temperature cleaning that was achieved with this customer is a total 18% reduction in the daily cleaner replenishments required. Summarizing the benefits achieved from this customer, for the cleaner dumps, we were able to, again, reduce this by 14 total cleaner dumps per year. The savings realized was greater than $28,000 per year. Going to the daily cleaner replenishment, by reducing this by almost 20%, the total cost savings to the customer was almost $200,000 per year. Some of the other process benefits attributed to the operating temperature decrease included the energy savings, which was greater than $40,000 per year, the labor savings from tank dumping and cleaning, which was greater than $10,000 per year, and the reduction in CO2 emissions, which was 440 tons per year. Lastly, they were able to reduce the amount of filter cleaning required as well. So typically they would have to clean the filters for these lines every 2 to 3 days, and they were able to reduce this to once per week. So the total annual savings to this customer were greater than $270,000 per year. Moving to a few case studies focused on plating applications. So the first one is a fastener manufacturer applying zinc flake coating to fasteners after cleaning and shot blasting. This customer desired a mild cleaning solution that could offer similar or improved cleaning at reduced temperatures. The cleaning was conducted in a continuous screw line via spray cleaning. The process benefits achieved with implementation of Uniprep spray cleaners for this fastener applicator included improved part cleanliness, while also reducing the following. They were able to reduce the operating pH of the previous cleaner from 12 to the Uniprep cleaner, which was operating at a pH of 10 to 10.5. The operating concentration was reduced from 2 to 1.5%. And lastly, the temperature was reduced from 60 down to 45 degrees Celsius. Another plating application case study is an automotive fastener manufacturer producing 10,000 kilograms of parts per day. This customer sought a long life and ambient temperature solution to replace their existing conventional degreaser. The process benefits achieved with implementation of Uniprep spray cleaner included extended solution life by 2.5 times. They were able to reduce the cleaner concentration from 10% to 7%. They eliminated the necessity of heat for cleaning solution, reducing the temperature from 60 degrees Celsius to ambient. And in this case, ambient temperature is around 35 degrees Celsius. Lastly, they were able to reduce the chemical consumption from 5 grams per square meter down to 2 grams per square meter, saving over 9,000 kgs of cleaner concentrate annually. Lastly, I want to just highlight a few applications in plating applications of customers that have implemented our Uniprep long life cleaners. So if we look at the table here, we can see that it's highlighting the application, tank volume, the previous cleaner life, Uniprep bath life, and the total bath life extension achieved. So with one customer that is doing alkaline zinc nickel plating via rack with a tank volume of 4 cubic meters, the previous cleaner life was 3 months. With Uniprep, we were able to extend this to 12 months, achieving a 4 times bath life extension. Another application, which is using nickel and chrome plating for rack application, again with a tank volume of 4 cubic meters. The previous bath life was 4 to 6 months. With Uniprep, we were able to achieve greater than 4 years of bath life. And here you can see this is greater than an 8 times extension of bath life. The last one we'll discuss is the electroless nickel rack plating application. As you can see, the tank volume here is much smaller. The bath life is 3 to 4 months with the previous cleaner. With the Uniprep bath life, we are currently able to achieve greater than 6 months with the cleaner, but this is a relatively new installation that only took place in 2020, but they have not had any requirement to do a dump so far. So as you can see here, we're able to achieve a 2x bath life, but we may be able to extend it even significantly greater as we move further throughout the year. The following applications you can see a very similar trend where we are extending the bath life anywhere from 2 times, even as high as 20 times bath life versus the previous cleaner. So these customers, which are serving multiple industries, including the automotive, fasteners, and general industry, have attributed many savings and process improvements with the implementation of Uniprep, including less rejects and longer bath life of other chemical stages. So to summarize, Uniprep long life low temperature cleaning processes can increase the overall sustainability of the pre-paint and plating processes. It offers lower operating temperatures, longer solution life, increased total process savings, and a stable operating condition throughout the usable life of the process. So what we've seen today is that Uniprep can demonstrate how Autotech's continuous drive to develop and introduce highly sustainable processes for the surface finishing industry, addressing many of the concerns associated with conventional processes. Thank you. I hope you all found this information about Uniprep long life low temperature cleaners and degreasers very useful. I want to thank again the hosts at MFAI for giving us the opportunity today to share about our processes. Now I'll hand it back over to MFAI to begin the question and answer session. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Brandon Lloyd, for such a nice talk. Now I request all the question answer. Amit Gupta ji, can you take over from here? Mr. Amit Gupta.
Yeah. Joshi ji, you are on mute.
जोशी जी अनम्यूट करिए.
Yes, Amit, Brandon, looking into the Indian industry scenario, we would like to have the understanding of what kind of base materials you have processed with this cleaner, and do you see some limitations of the process using different base materials, base metals?
Okay, yeah. So specifically for the Indian market, which I will say is not much different than the markets we see elsewhere in the world. Our portfolio of Uniprep long life, low temperature cleaners is expansive for pretty much all substrates. So our portfolio is mostly consistent of alkaline based cleaners to resolve and deal with the organic soils that are typically seen on the parts. Whether it's from drawing processes or stamping or forming, whatever it may be. So our alkaline cleaners are capable of achieving cleaning for a broad range of soils. And we have cleaners that are expansive for all the substrates. So if we're considering light metals like aluminum or galvanized steel, zinc-based die casts, things like this, we have low to medium alkalinity cleaners that are suitable for removing the soils while also not attacking the light metals, creating any concerns for the base substrate. And then we also have high alkaline cleaners that are more suitable for the iron-based substrates, whether it's mild steel, cast iron, stainless steel, things like this. So we have, in our portfolio of long life cleaners, we have many different products that can be suitable for all substrates. And then if we look on the side of inorganic soils, we also have within our portfolio, we have acid-based cleaners as well that can be suitable for if you're talking about just metal fines from different machining processes, whether it's iron-based fines. But then also we have a line of products called Uniprep AC, which is our acid cleaners and descalers, which are suitable for removing the inorganic oxides created from welding and laser cutting processes, and can be suitable in some cases as well for derusting. It's not their primary purpose, but has seen some positive impact in those. So we have within our portfolio of products, we can pretty much achieve cleanliness for any type of substrate that the customer may have, or any type of soil as well.
Basically, the oil type of the oil, and maybe a difference in the oil, because the oil industry has also gone through a lot of changes and modification over a period of time. So what is there a possibility of time reduction using this Uniprep cleaner for the cleaning process?
Sure,
By
absolutely.
maybe by increasing the temperature or concentration?
Yeah, of course. I mean, our cleaning systems are in general are quite concentrated. So as we talked about in the presentation, they utilize a highly emulsifying surfactant system that is helping to emulsify the oil that is brought into the solution. But the alkaline components are of course supporting with this as well. And so if we're considering a specific product, and the way we talked a little bit about in the presentation, the cleaning quantification program, the different tools we use to verify the level of cleanliness. We have the capability of in our tech centers and being able to verify the cleanliness through these different tools by adjusting things like you said, the operating temperature, concentration, and especially in if we're talking about pre-paint applications, they're utilizing a spray washer or some of the plating applications that may have a spray system of some kind. Adjusting the spray pressures as well can certainly help with that. If we're considering only the immersion processes, then agitation in the immersion tank will certainly help as well, especially through use of eductors or propellers and things like that.
Okay, thank you.
जोशी जी, एक क्वेश्चन है मेरी तरफ से, जरा पूछिए कि ये क्लीनर क्या एनवायरमेंट फ्रेंडली रहेंगे?
Okay, Brandon, there is one question from Mr. Sunil Goel with the concern of the environmental issues arising out of using Uniprep cleaners in terms of some VOC or regulation of the wastewater treatment. Have you faced
Sure.
any situation?
Yeah, so our customers for the cleaning solutions in again, whether we're considering pre-paint or plating applications, typically utilize the exact same waste stream as the rinse water that is sent to wastewater treatment. So our cleaners do not have any hard chelating agents that would cause any concern in wastewater treatment. And our focus in Uniprep is introducing sustainable processes. So like we talked about in the presentation, this means minimizing or completely eliminating the use of phosphorus or phosphates, borons, alkyl phenol ethoxylates, again being the NPEs and OPEs, which maybe in India don't have such high regulations right now. But the European Union has strongly pushed for the elimination of these alkyl phenol ethoxylates for many years. And as a corporate initiative within Autotech, we've actually taken it upon ourselves to be advanced in this approach, knowing that eventually there will be more regulations globally on these type of components. And so we've actually eliminated these from our portfolio completely already, and transitioned to completely APE-free processes.
So it is we can claim that these all the Uniprep processes are free from APE, OPE containing substances.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
That's the green initiative
Yes.
which we have undertaken as a social responsibility towards the environment. Sunilji, the answer is that these are much advanced environmentally friendly processes. Even the chemicals which may not be restricted in India are not used in these processes. APE, alkyl phenol ethoxylates or octyl phenol ethoxylates, European countries ने already ban कर दिए हैं, and we have also lately done the Indian cleaner systems, the normal cleaner systems be APE, OPE free. So Autotech is pushing that all the processes which are not APE, OPE containing.
Great, it is great thing because MFI always support for green initiatives and environment friendly chemicals and processes. We always support, and we always promote or look for processes. Our members look for processes which are green in nature and environment friendly. Thank you.
One question from my side, Brandon. Most of the Indian users of cleaners, they have a tendency to add sodium hydroxide on their own on some time. So do you ever see any situation that these baths can go wrong with this kind of activity?
So most of, or I should say, some of our cleaners are hydroxide based, as either the primary or secondary alkalinity component for them. So it's certainly possible to do this. One of the things that we've actually done within our portfolio is we have complementary products. So one specifically is our Uniprep Cb20, which is a product that we introduced last year. And so this is a cleaner booster, which is so we talked already that the surfactant package in our Uniprep products are already quite strong. But this cleaner booster, the Uniprep Cb20, is an over-the-side addition product, or can be used through continuous dosing as well, that can support with enhanced cleaning as well. So again, like you talked about with our first question, increasing some of the parameters, being time, temperature, concentration, of course, can help. The cleaner boosters can as well, and the use of hydroxides to increase the alkalinity of the product is certainly possible as well. So we typically don't see issues with that. Not necessarily our preferred mode of action in operation, but it can be done if necessary.
जोशी जी, एक छोटा सा क्वेश्चन है आपके लिए।
बोलिए।
ये जो मिस्टर ब्रैंडन ने जो टेस्ट बताए, जैसा डायना टेस्ट है, ऑयल टेस्ट है, उसका इंस्ट्रूमेंट हमारे इंडिया में है?
See, there is only one instrumental test, which is a very critical test of surface cleaning, and but most of the other tests do not need any equipment, like immersion copper test does not need any equipment. The white glove test doesn't need any equipment, and the dye test also doesn't need any equipment. You need the ink, of a particular surface tension. So most of these tests do not need equipment other than one specific equipment, which is very specific for the lab R&D purpose. That is not the test which is normally used for this.
For the
other than this, there is also one more simple test, because what Brandon is recommending is a test for the cleanliness of the part from the stage 1. Normally people also, there are multiple stages after the preliminary cleaning of soak cleaning. Like in an electroplating shop, we have anodic cleaning or cathodic cleaning or other stuff. So normally it's a choice that the first tank itself takes 80 to 90% of the load of the oil or soil. Rest of the electrocleaning and other processes are the secondary cleaning process. So immersion copper test is for steel parts, especially for steel parts. If the parts are clean, you take it in a dilute copper sulfate solution. And if you see a hazy, dull surface, then it is only 80%, 90% clean. And if you get less than 50, 60% clean surface, then you can see the bare steel itself, which is not clean. So if a shiny, sorry, boliye.
No, sorry, carry on.
If you get a shiny surface and the test is very easy to conduct, you take out the part, rinse it, and do a copper sulfate test. What Brandon was recommending, that if you want to see where the bath life or the life of the cleaner needs to be replenished, and you will still getting a clean, bright surface of copper, you don't need to discard it anywhere. Right, Brandon? You can.
Correct. So typically we would utilize multiple cleaning verification tools to verify this. So the again, like you said, specifically for the iron-based substrates, steel-based substrates, the copper immersion test is quite useful, especially if we're comparing one process to another. So doing a visual inspection. So this is something we very often do in our lab evaluations, tech center evaluations, to see if which cleaner is performing best out of a selection of cleaners. And for the on-site evaluations, typically the customers will utilize the dye test because this will give a quantifiable result that they can immediately attribute to a level of part cleanliness. So again, if we go back to the example in the presentation, the customer saw that at once the cleanliness started to drop below 55 dyne per centimeter, they saw a significant increase in the reject rate. So they set their threshold for dumping the cleaner at 55 dyne per centimeter. And with this, they were doing daily checks as part of their the line operators' responsibilities. And so they would track this over time, and they would see that after 9 weeks, 10 weeks, this is where they would see the level of cleanliness start to decrease, and then that's when they would decide to do the cleaner a new cleaner makeup to ensure that their part quality stayed high and their part rejects remained low.
It means that these tests can be done at the shop floor level.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
Very good.
Yep.
Very good. That's the problem we have here in India.
Yeah. And go ahead, Aditya.
Sorry, there's one other simple test which normally the platers can do, but that should be done only after the acid activation, is that you clean the part, do the acid activation, and just leave it in the atmosphere. And if it rusts completely, then you have a good cleaning.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you have a patchy rusting, in that case, you don't even need a sulfuric acid solution test. That's one very simple test, but that takes a little time of half an hour, 1 hour to get the parts fully covered.
Yeah. You see, this test, it is very easy for us to convince the customer.
Yes.
By carrying, that's the problem we are facing. Actually, anyway, that's very nice, Mr. Brandon.
Copper sulfate test is the norm for the development and the development stage.
Good.
So Brandon, one of the common questions which we get in India is that, how low is the low temperature cleaner? I mean, what temperature it can work? Because in India, the temperatures in north of India is quite cold.
Yeah.
And it goes to 4 or 5 degrees Celsius. So,
yeah, of course.
So what is your observation?
So we do, I don't know, I can't recall now if in the presentation we specifically mention ambient temperature cleaning, but ambient temperature cleaning is achievable. But what we consider ambient, of course, can vary. So like you said, in the north, it can be cold, but in the south, typically 30 degrees Celsius or above is quite normal. So ambient temperature cleaning in the south of India could be more than achievable without any issue. Ambient temperature in the north or other countries, like for instance in the north of China, South Korea, things like this, maybe not so possible. So it's going to be dependent on the application, the amount of oil and soils that are on the part. But in most cases, we can achieve pretty good cleaning at 30 to 35 degrees Celsius. Again, using the variables of time, temperature, concentration, and spray pressure can certainly change this. But we certainly have customers throughout India and also throughout Southeast Asia that are doing ambient temperature cleaning. And one of the key advantages to this is if the customer is utilizing a boiler system, it's possible to completely eliminate the boiler system for heating the degreasing solutions, which can have many benefits. First of all, it eliminates a safety risk because we know that from time to time boiler systems fail and can have big safety concerns for applicators. And then there's of course the maintenance and costs that come along with operating a boiler as well. So ambient temperature cleaning is something that we strive for in most cases. And again, depending on where you are geographically, can be achieved or may require a small amount of heat.
Okay.
I will say, Amit, as well, one thing that I've seen some applicators do, and is maybe not the easiest thing, and it's certainly dependent on the plant construction or say plant layout. But what some applicators are doing is they're recycling the exhaust heat from the dry ovens or cure ovens, and then using that recycled heat to come back and actually heat the chemical stages in the pretreatment lines. So this is certainly a possibility as well that I've seen a few applicators do just say within the past year.
Good.
So any more questions?
Oh, Aditya Saab, is he going to summarize the whole thing now or no need?
Yes, he has already summarized the
Summarize,
whole thing
yes.
is, and to the viewers, I would say that.
थोड़ा हिंदी में कोई.
Okay.
There are many letters.
मैं अपने सारे जो लोग इसमें शामिल हैं उनको बताना चाहूँगा कि ये टेक्नोलॉजी बाहर के देशों में काफ़ी समय से चल रही है और हमेशा कोशिश यही है कि क्योंकि क्लीनर एक ऐसा पार्ट है पूरे प्रोसेस का कि चाहे आप कितनी भी महंगी से महंगी कोटिंग यदि ख़राब सरफेस पे करेंगे तो वो टिकती नहीं है, चाहे थोड़ी सस्ती कोटिंग हो लेकिन वो टिक जाए तो वो ज़्यादा चलती है। तो क्लीनर एक ऐसी चीज़ है जो कि बहुत इग्नोर भी की जाती है कई जगह पे, लेकिन अच्छी कोटिंग और अच्छी प्लेटिंग प्रोसेस के लिए पहला स्टेप क्लीनर बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट है। और इसी में ये जो लॉन्ग लाइफ क्लीनर टेक्नोलॉजी है इसका ये है एडवांटेज दैट आपका वेस्ट वाटर ट्रीटमेंट, लो टेम्परेचर और क्लीनलीनेस परफॉर्मेंस, कंसिस्टेंट एक जैसा क्लीनलीनेस परफॉर्मेंस बहुत लंबे समय तक हम लोगों को मिलता है। तो और बिना एडवांस टेक्नोलॉजी ग्रीनर टेक्नोलॉजी के सहारे, और इंडिया में भी बहुत सारे कस्टमर्स हैं जो इस टेक्नोलॉजी को ऑलरेडी चला रहे हैं। इन चीज़ों के साथ मैं समराइज करूंगा और अमित गुप्ता जी आप कुछ कहना चाहेंगे इस बारे में?
नहीं जोशी जी, आपने अच्छी तरह मतलब काफी बता दिया है। हम तो यही चाहते हैं कि ये क्लीनर जिस तरह से एनवायरमेंटल फ्रेंडली है, और इवन अगर आज रेगुलेशंस इंडिया में नहीं है तो आज नहीं तो कल ये आने वाले हैं, तो ये क्लीनर ऑलरेडी फ्यूचर रेडी है, इज व्हाट आई कैन से। इट इज एनपी फ्री, ओपी फ्री एंड सो आज नहीं तो कल ये इजीली मतलब दिस विल बिकम द नॉर्म, दैट्स व्हाट आई कैन से।
So maybe one thing that I would like to say, just to summarize all of this as well, is that and Aditya and Amit, you're welcome to make some additions to this, because I know that you have I have not had the pleasure of visiting there yet, and I know that each of you have, but we recently have opened what we call the Autotech Development Center, or ADC, that is just outside of Delhi. And we have a dedicated team and lab for supporting with with all of these cleaning verification and cleaning quantification, like we've discussed in the presentation today. And it has recently opened, and affords us the opportunity in India specifically to support our customers at a much higher level, with sophisticated equipment, to exhibit to the customers how our processes can offer all of these benefits to them. So
I would like to thank Mr. Baird and Lawyer to speak us sustainable long life cleaner solution for the electroplating and paint, and share your valuable knowledge to our all members. And I'll also thank to Mr. Amit Gupta ji and Aditya Joshi ji and Madhav Singh ji to make an arrangement of this webinar. And thanks to all the virtual participants to attend this very useful webinar. I request to all my participants, please share your valuable suggestions. Friends, very shortly we will announce a new webinar on different subjects. Please keep touch with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jayesh bhai.
Thank you.
Thank you, Aditya. Thank you, Amit.
Welcome.
Thank you, Sunil Goel.
thank you, Mr. Sunil. Thank you, Ms.
Thank
Madhav.
you.
Thank you, Mr. Lloyd.